everyone. Today we're going to be talking a little more about something I mentioned in the podcast, 2 days ago, I think it was, when you guys saw it. And that is sort of a follow-up to what I was talking about in terms of collecting physical discs or physical games as opposed to digitally downloading them. And the follow-up is basically talking about what is it that drives us to collect stuff? Why do we feel so compelled to surround ourselves with things, material goods? And I got some really interesting comments from a lot of you guys with the podcast where you were saying things like, is it our insecurities? Is it our just this need or this want to have material goods? And it's an interesting conversation. It's an interesting topic, and I thought we could just spend a few minutes talking about this, and I could share some of my stories, and maybe you guys can shed some light on yours. So for me, if you go back in my family, my grandparents, they lived through the Depression, they fought in World War II, and they're both passed on right now on my mother's side. And it's interesting because my grandfather loved having things, mainly car parts and woodworking, like tools and just all things like that. And he would buy or get like hundreds, maybe even thousands of different tools. And when he passed, we were looking through all of this, and I was sort of almost sad because most of it was split between the children, but like my mother didn't use any of this stuff. And even my uncles, she had two brothers, well, she has two brothers, and that's it, those are the three kids. And my two uncles, they already had all different tools because they sort of followed the same path as him, and so they eventually most of this stuff just got thrown away, and it's sad, and it's funny because Stephen had mentioned the fact that he has all these games, and as you get older, and I'm going to do another video actually talking about this, about as you get older you just don't have time anymore. And right now, for me, I have thousands, literally thousands of games, and I'm not going to go back and play every single one of these. I have these because of the desire to have stuff, the desire to surround myself in these games and movies and material goods. And I have no idea why, to be really honest. Am I going to have children? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have kids. If I do have kids, will they share that passion with me? If they do, then I can say that this collection was most certainly worth it. Because if they share the same passion that I do, then I can leave them all of this, or not even necessarily leave it to them while I'm alive. I can give it to them and see their enjoyment and as they add to the collection and it goes and grows and whatever. But what if that does not happen? I'm not going to sell all this. I don't want to sell all this. I spent my whole life hunting down select titles and just enjoying what I have. I have a very nice game collection, and my dream is to have a big, nice house, have maybe one or two arcade cabinets. I would really like a Neo Geo arcade cabinet, and then like just a generic, like an Astro City arcade cab, where I can connect whatever I want, and then surrounded by this would be all kinds of DVD racks, and I would put all my games from the Atari days all the way up until like the PlayStation 3, and even now the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One days era, because I do have discs. I just don't have as many because I've decided to go digital, but that's a whole other thing. the point is talking about these physical games. Like, what is it? What is it about it that drives us to collect? And I have no idea. I can't really answer that. It's just, for me, it's the joy of, like right now, you can't see it, it's off camera, but I'm looking at my okay, it's not great, but my okay collection of TurboGrafx 16 Hue cards, or turbo chips as they were called, CDs and Super CD-ROM games. And I'm happy. I'm happy that I have that. And just below that, I have a whole bunch of Dreamcast games, and I'm happy I have those. And below that, I've got the beginnings of a Sega CD minor collection. My bulk of my games are packed away. And anyways, but I have some sort of inner, like, desire to keep going, to see that grow a little bit more. And I think that's it for me. There's no other real reason for having this stuff. I do go back, I do play these games primarily for the channel so I can cover reviews, but outside that, I don't know. I don't know. And what about you? What is it for you? If you really look inside, what is it that makes you, that drives you to go on eBay, to go to retro gaming conventions, to go out there and maybe see a garage sale and flip through some stuff and be like, oh wow, you know, that's that Siphon Filter game that I missed out on part 3 or whatever, and yeah, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna pick that one up. What is it? What is it with that really drives you to do that? It doesn't have to be video games. This could be other collectible things. A lot of people used to collect, well, I still do, sports cards, comics, there's coins, stamp collections, books, if you're a multi-billionaire, cars. But what is it? What is it with that desire? What do you think it drives you to collect? And I'd really like to hear some personal stories for you about what it is that, you know, makes you want to be surrounded by the things you like. And what do you foresee long-term happening? I mean, supposing that everything goes, you know, good in your life, it's sort of like me. I mean, if push comes to shove and I need lots of money, I can obviously sell these things. I don't want to do that, but it's there if the need arises. And so I'm kind of curious, what say you? So leave a comment, and I'm kind of testing the waters here with this vlog just to see what you guys think. Steven mentioned this as a comment, and I don't know, it struck a chord with me, like what he was talking about. It's very valid, it's very true that, you know, why do we love collecting things so much? So guys, leave a comment, let me know. I hope you enjoyed my laid-back, relaxing video. And that's about it. So as per usual, I'll see you in the next video.